Just about everybody I speak with tell me that at some point they either tried to play guitar or maybe they wanted to or still want to, but it just looks too complicated. Or they started trying and those chord changes, like, I talk about the traditional method, which is how I learned and most people do. I'm not putting it down, but there are easier ways to start playing guitar. And I think starting with a 5 chord is definitely easier than the other shapes. One shape, one chord kind of thing. But I was thinking the other day, what would be the easiest thing I can do to show someone just how easy it is to play guitar and make music? Not just strum on that chord, take a few minutes and change to another, but actually play music just almost immediately. The simplest thing I can come up with is just to use one finger. So I sat around playing with the guitar and came up with some really cool ideas that you can play and actually play music using just one finger. And I want to show that to you now. If you've never held a guitar before, it's okay. This one, we'll start with Rolling in the Deep by Adele. I love that song. I do. I've shown how to play it in a couple of other videos using the 5 chords and stuff. But I was just knocking around with it and came up with this. We'll palm mute just a little bit, which is a technique I'll show you in something else. We're going to do this using one finger. I'm going to try to keep it so that you can see just that one finger as best I can. We're going to start on this song. We're going to stay on the 6th string. We're only going to play that top string, the big one, the thick one, the fat one, whatever you want to call it. That's the 6th string. We're going to stay right there the whole time. I'm going to start on 7th fret, and we'll palm mute a little bit. It sounds like this if you don't. Palm muting is where you touch the strings just a little bit at the bridge, but I'll show you that later. Ready? Start over from there. That's using one finger. Now you can't tell me that's too complicated that you can't do that. Let me show you that a little bit slower this time. 7th fret, just 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. That may be a little monotonous. How about I just call it 7, going to the 2, 5, open, 5 again, 7, 2, 5, open, 5, 7, and as you get to the pre-chorus and the chorus, it's a little different, but work on that to get started. I mean, that's one finger. Now you can't tell me you can't practice that and do that with one finger. 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 5 5 5 5 5 5 5 5 0 0 0 0 0 5 5 7 7 7 7 7 7 2 5 0. And if you tap your foot, this is nothing but a guitar, and I'm going to tap my foot. You may hear that. Looks like you should probably hear that. It's putting out a little bit of a signal. Okay. Now that's doable. If this is the first time you've ever picked up a guitar, it doesn't even have to be in tune. You're staying on the same string the whole time. All you have to do is follow that string, and you can play that. That was one idea with Adele. Let me show you another idea. We're going to use one finger to do this, but this time we'll be playing 2 strings. I'm going to show you a 12-bar blues in the key of A. Now, at first we're going to start, each time we do this we're going to be playing 2 strings. We're going to start right here with the 4th and the 5th. See? 4th and the 5th strings right there. All we're going to do is press on the 2nd fret. We're either going to press the 5th string, the 4th string, or the 3rd string of the 2nd fret. That's all we're going to do with this finger. Now, we've got the 4th string of the 2nd fret, and we're going to play the 5th and the 4th string. Now we're going to move up to the, that's an A5 by the way. We're going to D5, which all we're going to do is move to the 3rd string and play the 4th and the 3rd strings. Go back to the A, which is the 4th string. Now move up to that 5th string and play the 6th and the 5th. And that's boom. Remember, I have a lesson about humming what you play while you play it. Again, one finger. Now that's really simple, but let me show you how to jazz it up just a little bit. Start with your A5 again. Play these 2 strings, same as before. 4th and 5th strings. But we're gonna move this finger up to the 4th fret and sound like this. Move up to the D, which you'll put your finger at the 2nd fret on that 3rd string. Do the same thing. Go back to the A5, which is pressing the second fret, 4th string. Alternate between the 2 and the 4 frets. Now move up to the 5th string, the 2nd fret, 4th fret. Go back to the 3rd string and throw that in there if you really want to. So that can sound like this when you get up to speed with that. And again, we're just using one finger. Now that's easy enough, isn't it? That's just one finger. But the movement there to get started, when you play, put your finger 2nd fret, 4th string, I'm sorry. So and play the 5th and the 4th. So you've got that. And move up to the 4th as you see fit. And you can do that with one finger to get started. In fact, you can do it with any finger. You don't have to use that one. Wouldn't hurt to learn how to do it in all 4 fingers. But when you start getting the hang of this, it's much easier to use 2 fingers and go like that. But again, you can play that with one finger. All right, let's try one more. This, again, we're going to play 2 strings, but we're going to stay on the same 2 strings the whole time. This is kind of the lead part to Your Grace Is Enough by Matt Maher. And he starts, we'll play the 2nd and 3rd string. 2nd and 3rd string the whole time. That's what we're going to play. I'm going to leave the 3rd string open. because we want that G ringing the whole time. The song's in the key of G, or the way we play it is anyway. So you want that G ringing the whole time, and we're going to move this one finger around and change this note. But here's kind of how that sounds. Messed up for a second because I thought I was getting out of frame. Let me show you just the one finger on Your Grace Is Enough. We're just going to play that second string so you can see what's happening. You know the whole time the third string is going like that, but we're just going to do this. You can almost just hum the songs. Now that's the intro part. The outro is a little different, but it's almost the same except right at the end. It goes. And if you noticed in there, you don't necessarily have to go. You can slide between them. Put a little vibrato in there. There's a technique you might as well learn early on. You just wiggle your finger a little bit and it just changes the pitch of the string ever so slightly. Then when you play them together, you have it. Uh-oh, one finger, sorry. Work on those. There's a lot of good music to make there, and those ideas should get you started. Even if you've been playing for a while, some of that stuff I didn't learn about. I think it's called droning, where you keep one string ringing like that. I didn't learn about that until 4 or 5 years ago, and I've been playing for years. But like a pedal tone, it's got several different names, but you keep one sound going the whole time, and change the other. And work on that. There's some good music there to be made. And I had several more ideas from other songs too, but I thought it would make one lesson way too long. So part 2's coming at you next.